Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Anthony Vasford. I'm the CEO at East Gippsland Shire Council, and I am your MC for today's ceremony. I'd like to commence proceedings by acknowledging the traditional owners of this land in which we gather today. I recognise the living culture of the Gunai-Kurnai people and the unique contribution they make to our region. Pay my respects to elders past and present and to the Aboriginal community. On behalf of East Gippsland Shire Council, I extend a warm welcome to you all for this 2021 Australia Day Citizenship Ceremony. It's great to see friends and family that have come along to support the candidates today for the Australian citizenship and to witness this very special occasion. We're very pleased also to be able to live stream this ceremony via webcasting, and we welcome those family and friends online today who are viewing this potentially anywhere in the world, and welcome them too to this ceremony. Before we formally commence, I extend an invitation to you to take photos and videos at any time that you'd like. There will be an opportunity to have formal photos towards the end of the ceremony with the Mayor and anyone else that you may wish. But a few requests, a bit of housekeeping. Firstly, if we could all make sure that phones are on silent or other devices so they don't interrupt the ceremony. And secondly, to our candidates, can you please make sure you have, do they have?
Yes, the name badges.
Name badges? If you could pop your name badge on, that would be very helpful for the Mayor when we are doing the certificate. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Appreciate on a day like this, people have places to go and people to see, but I would ask that you wait, if you do need to leave, that you wait until the National Anthem has been sung at the end of the presentation of certificates before you leave. Light refreshments, as you see on the table over there, will be available after the ceremony. I would just like to acknowledge our Mayor, Councillor Mendy Urie, who will talk to you in more detail shortly. Councillor Trevor Stowe and his wife, welcome. The Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East, welcome and thank you for being here. We do have some apologies from the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Reeves, Councillor Kirsten Van Diggle, Councillor Allen, Buckley, Crook, Grisson and White. Many of those people are at community events today, so already out and about doing things with Australia Day with their communities. We also have apologies from the Honourable Alex Hawke MP, who's the Minister for Immigration, and the Honourable Darren Chester. Today's citizenship ceremony is being conducted by the authority of the Minister for Home Affairs in accordance with the Australian Citizenship Act 2007. And as I said, presiding over this ceremony is our Mayor, Councillor Mendy Urie. This ceremony completes the legal requirements prescribed by the Australian Citizenship Act, which requires each new citizen to make an Australian citizenship pledge. It also provides an opportunity for us to welcome you and celebrate your decision to become an Australian citizen. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Mayor Councillor Mendy Urie to address you. Over to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. And good morning, everybody. I'm delighted to welcome you all on behalf of the East Gippsland Shire Council and particularly our candidates who will receive their Australian citizenship today. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East, and my fellow Councillor Stowe. Taking up Australian citizenship is a serious step. It's a symbol of your commitment to the country which you have chosen to make home. Just as importantly, the conferment of citizenship is a symbol of Australia's commitment to you, as it is the step which makes you full and equal members of the Australian community. The Parliament recognises that Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the Commonwealth of Australia. Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. The Parliament recognises that persons granted Australian citizenship enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. However, no one who becomes an Australian citizenship is expected to renounce their cultural identity. The customs and traditions you have grown up with are a part of your heritage. It's important that you maintain these links with your past, for this cultural mix is what makes Australia a unique and special country. Today's ceremony marks the final stage in your decision to become an Australian citizen, the greatest compliment you can make to the people of Australia. Australian citizenship is the common bond which unites us all. Australia respects the diverse cultural inheritance of its citizens, and we are honoured that you have chosen to become an Australian citizen today. With citizenship comes responsibilities as well as rights. The greatest responsibility is to participate fully in our community, to strengthen the freedom and openness which makes Australia unique. We in East Gippsland are delighted that you have chosen to make your home in our Shire. And I'm sure that everyone here today will agree with me when I say that it is really a truly a great place to live. I would now like to read a message from the Honourable Alex Hawke, MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs. Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in the freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect those hard-fought freedoms. We are a resilient nation. Drought, bushfires, floods, and a global pandemic have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, a key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship, and play an active part in your local communities to build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. And it's signed Alex Hawke. On behalf of the councillors of the Shire of East Gippsland and all its people, I wish you good health, happiness and prosperity, and may you achieve your personal dreams for your future here in Australia. I'm going to hand back to Mr. CEO. Anthony, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. To our candidates for Australian citizenship today, as an Australian citizen, you are entitled under Australian law to the same rights that are enjoyed by people born in Australia. By becoming an Australian, you are showing that you want to have a say in Australia's future. The Australian Citizenship Pledge calls upon new citizens to make a commitment of loyalty to Australia and its people. Candidates have a choice of making an oath or affirmation in pledging their loyalty as citizens of Australia. I now invite the following candidates taking the oath under God to please stand in your place. Mrs. Michaela Bunkard. Mr. Joseph Zammit. Mayor?
Oh, do I need to stand here? I suppose
Yes,
I do.
yes.
All right, so you can hear me. Very good. I'm going to say the pledge line by line, and I would ask you to repeat after me. From this time forward, under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you. Would you like to take a seat now?
Thank you, Mayor. Would the candidates taking the affirmation please now stand in your place? Mr. Teru Haitaki? Possibly not. Mrs. Rachel Pearce.
Wonderful. Please repeat this pledge line by line after me. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Thank you. Would you like to take a seat?
Thank you, Mayor. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest Australian citizens. Congratulations. I now invite our Mayor to step forward and present the evidence of citizenship certificates with the Honourable Tim Bull, Member for Gippsland East, to also present a gift from Council. When I call your name, please come forward. Mrs. Michaela Bunkard. Mr. Teru Haitamaki.
I think we were going to do an elbow bump and a handshake. Is that okay? We just thought, congratulations. Yes. Oh. Now we get some rain.
Mrs. Rachel Pearce. And Mr. Joseph Zammit. Thank you, and please join me again in congratulating our new Australian citizens. Now, Tim, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, just very quickly, congratulations to our 4 candidates today, and just having a brief chat to you prior to the ceremony starting. You're already very much members of our community and have been for quite some time. So generally at a citizenship ceremony like today, we usually have a mixture of people who have been long-serving members of our community and also others who've been relatively new to our country. And I always offer encouraging remarks to get involved in our community because it is a great community in which to live. But I don't have to say that to you because you're already certainly well entrenched in our community. And being at the Australia Day breakfast this morning with Mendy, and I also acknowledge Mendy and Trevor's attendance here today, to have the community turn out 12 months on from what we went through last year, and considering the difference when we were standing there, Mendy, this morning in drizzling rain, and you cast your mind back 12 months to what we went through this time last year, it was at that time that I think the Aussie spirit, the mateship as we call it, really shone through. And I was privileged, I guess, in my position to obviously see the traumatic natural disaster that occurred, but in the days and the weeks and the months after, to see the amazing community spirit come through. And I really do think you only get that in country communities, or I think it's much stronger in country communities. We really have an ethos of looking out for each other and helping each other out in times of need, and that was really on show at this time last year. So to you all, congratulations on officially making the big step. I know it's taken a while for most of you, but sincere congratulations, and you can now walk out today and have a beer tonight. You're officially an Aussie, so very well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tim. I'd now like to invite the Mayor to complete the Affirmation Ceremony. Mendy.
Thank you. This morning we witnessed our new Australian citizens pledge their commitment to Australia and its people. Many Australians have not had the opportunity to do so because they were born here. Participation in an affirmation ceremony is voluntary and has no legal effect, but it is a symbolic way to increase awareness of what it means to be Australian and helps us build pride in being a citizen of this great nation. So I would like to invite now all Australians who wish to publicly affirm their commitment to Australia to be upstanding and to join in reciting the affirmation. Those who are not Australian citizens but still wish to declare loyalty to Australia may join in after the second line. So would you like to stand, please? As an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Would you like to, or actually, would you like to remain standing? Because we're going to sing the national anthem. Yes. Advance Australia Fair. So I believe you have the words in front of you, and we're going to have them up on the screen as well. You'll remember that there's one new word in there too, I just draw attention to.
Of
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. That concludes the official proceedings. Thank you all for attending today, and I invite our new citizens and their families to join the Mayor for some photographs. And while you're doing that, other people, by all means, please help yourself to some morning tea or a cup of tea or coffee. Thanks again, everyone, and that concludes the ceremony today.